Peter another wiki that they want to share with us to walk us through what they've done? Anybody else got or wants to see if we can add something to their code? Yeah, go ahead and join the group. And Andrew, you're in the group, or you're in the wiki already? Or
yeah.
And I looked at yours too, I think. Can you go ahead and which one? What was your Wikipedia about?
This one?
What was that one about?
Star Wars.
And what was the Google News? What stories were they?
That one was the Amtrak.
I don't remember either one of them then. So go ahead and pull up your, well, we'll look at Eric's. I thought I saw yours, but I don't remember it now. So go ahead and share your screen, Eric. And so can you show us how you've organized this? You can close your sidebar there so we have, yeah.
So,
wow, it's tiny text.
The main page is just pretty much a blank template for when I need to add stuff to the title. This is where most of my code is. What it does is it's a template that sorts through anything tagged with the main page name, regardless of what that main page is. So it opens right now. So first, second, and third paragraph are all tagged with .hacksign. And then it's written here in paragraph 4.
So that first line of the code, this tiddler, that's where you say hacksign. So if you were to create a main page template.
If I was importing this into
another article, you'd have to change the first line of that code.
Right.
Okay.
That's the only thing I would do.
All right. So one of the things I think that Eric did here that's really interesting for our purposes is to begin to recognize the idea of a paragraph. Yeah.
You're talking about in sort of tangent. But you said 3.01 showing up.
It is now?
I think I found the problem.
Yeah.
Exercise title in the actual one says first engineering Google News 1. And on the actual things.
I can't resist. Eric, hold on to your thinking right there. I can't resist the teaching opportunity, right? So I booted you. Can you join the group and show us? I'll stop my share. We'll come back to yours, Eric.
Okay.
So, yeah, so one of the opportunities that you have in this, because I'm teaching in the same platform that you're writing in, is that you should be able to debug my own code and do exactly what Chris did and figure out, we're going to use this to illustrate the dependencies and the weaknesses of some of this sort of flexible hypertext model that we're creating. So you fixed it, right?
Yeah.
Now, how did you fix it?
In here, there's a 1 right there.
Where? In the exercise title?
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you think that exercise title comes from? You're absolutely right. It comes from there, but I actually ingested that from some spreadsheet. So And so the way that I would fix it is exactly what Eric did. And how did you figure that out? I mean, so exactly what Chris did. How did you figure that out?
I was looking at this one as a thing, and I noticed that up here it was not.
Yeah.
Down there was
Okay. So look at the template. Did you find the code? So you found where it was calling. Where's it calling that? At the bottom of every exercise, yeah, there's an exercise template, exactly. And where does it call the exercise title? Somewhere in there, right? Actually, it's on the very first line of the template. Second line, sorry. So it's $exercise title. And so you can infer that it's calling that field, and if you change that field name, it should work. So now Chris fixed that. So on his version of DesignWrite Studio, at the moment it'll work. If he refreshes, you'll lose that. You get that, right? That idea that you have code that you can manipulate. So you should feel free to mess around with my code, change it, make it work differently if you want to see how things work without worrying about whether it's going to go away. So, and exactly what Chris did is tracking down that stuff. That's all the work that you end up doing for your own work. So, so I'll just go ahead and fix that. I'm going to share my screen, and so is it in there, right? If I just change the exercise title. Yes. I have to rebuild the index. Okay, so Eric, you can go ahead and share yours again. Thank you. We had to have an emergency course correction. I've never done that. Fix code that Chris Oakland debugged. Okay, so you were working on your template, and the point I was trying to make there, that what Eric's done, I think that's going to be really helpful for us, is recognize the paragraph as a key unit. And so we did that by using that excise feature for Wikipedia, and I want to start doing the same thing for some other kinds of work. And so what I want to do now is introduce the idea of annotation and talk about how you can use that technique of excising text, basically exactly what Eric's done, and what you all did in the Wikipedia article, to work with text that matters to you differently. And what you've done so far is you worked with Google News that you didn't care about. You didn't care about the content. You were only focused on the form. You worked with a Wikipedia article that the content was maybe irrelevant to you, but now we're going to at least pretend, or I'm going to insist, that the content that I'm going to share with you, or that you're going to find, is now relevant, because it's going to be about the course material. Okay, so your next, I'm jumping ahead. I'm going to, thanks, Eric. I'm going to take the screen back.